Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a review slash thought on the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that just came back from the theaters to see. Though it is worth pointing out the movie is about 2 hours and 3 minutes long, though. And for parents out there who want to know, the movie is rated PG-13 in the USA by the MPAA, though. As far as Ant-Man goes in terms of its place in the MCU, though, the character certainly played a part in parts of the MCU, but maybe not as big of a role as, say, like Captain America, Iron Man, and so forth, though. The first movie that came out, I thought was pretty good and all that, and especially with the second one, which kind of helped set the stage for Avengers Endgame, when the ending for that movie kind of saw Scott Lang's character get stuck in the quantum realm while everyone disappeared of the blimp, courtesy of Thanos when he snapped his fingers with all the Infinity Stones and all. And of course, he's also Scott Lang. Ant-Man was also played a part in, Captain America: Civil War, and of course, Avengers Endgame and all. So as we sort of conclude with Marvel's Phase 4, which is more like kind of somewhat of the world trying to recover from the Thanos' blimp and everything like that, though, we are now starting to enter in what is basically, at least according to how Marvel looks at it, Phase 5, though. And this is basically when we start looking at a new villain that will take Thanos' place, though, one by the name of Kang the Conqueror and all. And so with that, though, we got to see him in the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp: The Quantumania, a story in which basically Scott Lang, along with his daughter and, Hank Pym and his wife, all get stuck into the quantum realm and all. And after seeing the movie, though, I honestly have to say I really did enjoy how this movie was done. There are some minor quirks here and there, especially with some of the roles with some of the characters in 2 that were kind of, unfortunately, were not in this one, though. But in either way, I came away very pleased in terms of this movie, though. As far as what I did like about it, I will say visually the movie looked really good, especially since the majority of the movie does take place in the quantum realm and everything like that. It looks really inspiring. Like, it looks like this alien type world and all that stuff, and it sort of really looks impressive, including the main kingdom where Kang the Conqueror, if I'm saying the name correctly, though, basically is based and everything like that. It's just the world itself just looks, the whole quantum realm itself looks really, really good, and I'm very impressed with how they were able to do it visually. And though the next one has to do with basically, several other characters. M.O.D.O.K, which is played by Corey Stoll, who was the villain in the first Ant-Man movie, though, and Kang, if I'm saying the name correctly, though, the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors, though. And honestly, I would say Kang the Conqueror, in my opinion, really stole the show in this movie, though, in terms of his character and everything like that. You definitely get somewhat of a Thanos vibe out of him to a certain degree, but yeah, I'm very curious to see how this character is going to play throughout, the MCU. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think some of the other characters played their part. I mean, I thought M.O.D.O.K, if I'm saying the name correctly, was very interesting, though. And of course, Paul Reed, who played Ant-Man, Evangeline Lilly, if I'm saying her name correctly, who played Wasp, Kathryn Newton, who played, Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie Lang, and of course, Michael Douglas, who played Hank Pym, Michelle Pfeiffer, who played Hank Pym's, I meant to say Pym's wife and all. Don't get me wrong, they all were still good in their roles as well, though. I definitely thought they did a good job with their roles and all, but I just think Kang the Conqueror was really the one who kind of stole the show in this movie, though. So I definitely think that was really like the big one right there, and I think Jonathan Majors did a really good job with that character and all. And last but not least, the story itself, though, although the story is them being trapped in the quantum realm and trying to get out, though, when you see sort of how the scenes play out, though, I just feel like the movie gives off a little bit of a Star Wars and also a Tron and Tron Legacy vibe to that movie. And I think that's a very good thing. The quantum realm and a lot of the worlds look almost feels, kind of somewhat feels like a Star Wars set, though, with some of the desert areas, though, to the cities to the kingdom where Kang the Conqueror is, which kind of almost gives up a little bit of a Coruscant vibe to it, to Kang the Conqueror feeling almost like Emperor Palpatine to a certain degree. So it definitely gives off a little bit of that Star Wars Tron and Tron Legacy vibe out of it, as these people, as they're trying to escape the quantum realm and all those. So even though it's basically them trying to escape the quantum realm, it's definitely still has that Tron Star Wars vibe to it, and that's definitely it's a good thing, at least in my book, though. As far as what I didn't like or mixed or not sure about in terms of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, though, I would say this is sort of minor, but I'm just not. It just didn't click with me as much, though. The first one has to do with the character Lord Krylar, played by Bill Murray and all. I mean, I was kind of mixed with the character. I came off like, I know. Now, just to be clear, I got nothing against Bill Murray or anything like that. I do think Bill Murray is a really great actor, though. I enjoy a lot of the movies in it, whether it's the classic ones like say Groundhog Day or Caddyshack, to even, like the Ghostbusters movie, including Ghostbusters Afterlife, to him starring in like the Wes Anderson films like The French Dispatcher or Grand Budapest Hotel or Island of Dogs, though. So I got nothing against Bill Murray. I think he's a great actor. I just his character that he played in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania just didn't click with me as much as compared to Kang the Conqueror was, though. Again, nothing against Bill Murray. It's just that his character just didn't click with me as much. And last but not least, two of the characters that were in the first two Ant-Man movies, unfortunately, were not in this one. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't show up in the movie, though. And that is Kirk, who was played by David Dastmalchian, if I'm saying the name correctly, apologize if I'm not. And Lewis, played by Michael Pena, though. Unfortunately, were not in this third entry, though. And I thought that was kind of a little bit disappointing, because I would have liked to see them in this third movie. I don't know whether they were killed off during the blimp or not, or anything like that, though. I would have to take a look at that, but it is a little bit unfortunate that they did not show up in the third entry of the Ant-Man movies, though. Overall, I would say I really enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, though. I think this is probably the best of the Ant-Man films out there. Not that anything were wrong with the first or second one, but I think the third one is probably the best one in my book, though. At its best, though, the visuals are really good. I love what they did with the quantum realm with the visuals, though. The story has a Star Wars and Tron vibe to it, which certainly isn't a bad thing, though. And I have to say, Jonathan Majors' character as Kang the Conqueror really kind of stole the show, though. Like I said, other actors played their part, which is good, but I think he was the real character that really kind of stole that show and all. At its worst, though, I would say two of the characters from the first two Ant-Man movies aren't in the third one, which is a little bit disappointed, though. And as much as I respect Bill Murray and I do think he's a great actor and all, I was mixed on his character playing like Lord Krylar, if I'm saying the name correctly, though. So I was a little mixed with him. Not that I have anything wrong with the way he acts or anything like that. It didn't click with me as much as Kang the Conqueror did, though. But in either case, though, I did enjoy this movie. I am very curious to see where Phase 5 goes, especially since we know that Kang will be appearing in the upcoming Avengers Kang Dynasty, though. And I'm kind of curious to see how far they take this character and how many phases will we have to go with him, though. With Thanos, we went through 3 phases. Do we have to go through 3 phases with Kang the Conqueror, though? Also, if you stick around there will be an end credit scene. If you stick around, though, I won't reveal anything, but let's just say it kind of ties into a show on Disney Plus or everything like that. So it's worth taking a look when you watch the end credit scenes, though. But in either case, though, I did enjoy the movie, though, and I'm very curious to see how they take Kang the Conqueror, if he becomes worse than what Thanos was, or not as bad as Thanos was. But either way, though, I did enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, though. I don't exactly agree with what a lot of the critics were saying, to be exact. Not that I'm saying they're wrong all the time, but I just don't agree with them on this one, though, to be exact. Okay, this concludes my review slash thought on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania or Ant-Man 3, though? Did you get a chance to see the movie, though? Do you think it's the best Ant-Man movie out there? Or do you think the first and second one were better, though? What are your thoughts about Kang the Conqueror? Do you think he's going to be as deadly as Thanos is? Do you think he's going to be worse or equal or not as bad as Thanos is going to be exact, though? And do you think some of the movie critics are right to give this movie a bad review, or in Rotten Tomatoes case, rotten? Or do you think they were wrong on that? Do you agree with what I said in this video? Do you disagree? Do you have a difference of opinion? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And if you do like this video, I hope you hit the like button. I will appreciate it. And I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You could do it through PayPal me or Patreon. Links will be in the description of this video, assuming you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that will be soon. Until then, from Southern California, wish you all a good day then. Bye!